So okay, in this video we'll be doing the day 7 of the Advent of Cyber 3 from TryHackMe. In this we'll be doing the NoSQL injection. So before that we'll be installing the MongoDB on our Kali Linux box. So let's go to Google and type MongoDB, install Kali. So you will get this Medium website. So follow the instructions and the MongoDB will be installed. So after that you need to do one thing. First you can normally start these services, or you can enable on the restart using this enable systemctl enable MongoDB. After that you need to do one thing. So you need to edit this hc mongodb.configuration file. So by default the port will be 27017, so leave that as well, but the bind IP will be 127.0.0.1. so you cannot connect to that, so you need to change this to 0000 so that the service will be running on all interfaces. So save this one. Now type mongo. So you can also type mongo host, the host name and the port number, but you can also say mongo shell. You can also specify the database you are going to connect to. So for now you can say mongo shell, and you can see the shell will be so interpreter will be open. So these NoSQL databases are not like SQL, so they don't have any tables or relationships, but instead they will be stored as a documents. So first, to view all the databases you can say show DBS. So this will show the databases available for us. So this users database I have created previously. By default you will get these 3 databases. So to see what the current object is pointing to, DB, so type DB and hit enter, and you can see the test database, which does not exist. It just temporarily points to the test. So you can say use something database you want to use. You can also give the non-existent database as well. So if I say use this new database, and if I say now show DBs, and you can see you did not get any new database, but you need to insert some data to be saved. If I say DB, and you can see it is pointing to new database. Now if I want to drop a database, I can say db.drop database. So you can see the response was okay 1. Now if I say DB, it still points to new database, but it does not exist. Now I can say show DBs. I have this users database. So let's go and use this one. Use users DB, and it says users. So inside these databases, similar to the tables, in the NoSQL database you will have the collections. So the collections are the group of documents. So these documents are in the format of JSON data. So it's normal dictionary with the key value pairs. You can insert nested JSON objects as well. So to view all the collections that are existing in the database, you can say show collections. So there is a new collection, creds. So I'm going to delete that one. So to delete that one, you can say db.creds.drop. So this will delete the collection. True. And if I say show collections, you can see there are no collections as well. So let's go and create a new collection. So to create a new collection, you can say db.create collection, and you can just pass in the name creds and hit enter. You can see the OK response. Now you can see you can say show collections, creds. Now I am going to this is one way of creating the collections. So let's go and drop this one again. You can also create the collections on the fly. So what you can do is you can say db.creds. So you can also insert documents directly into this collection. Even though this collection does not exist, MongoDB will create for you on the fly. On the fly means dynamically. So db.creds.insert. So there are three types: insert, insert one, insert many. So we'll be discussing these as well. So let's say insert and name is equals to Nikhil. So this is a JSON object. Now let's go and hit enter, and you can see even though the creds collection does not exist before, it directly creates this creds and will go and insert this JSON data. Now let's say show collections, and you have these creds. So to view the data in the collection, you can say db.that collection name. So which collection name I want to view the contents of this creds collection. Creds dot I can say find. So this find actually requires an argument, and if you did not give any argument, it will not apply any filter and it will show you all the result. And now if you hit enter, and you can see there is a object ID and my actual data right next to it. So this object ID is a unique identifier generated by MongoDB for every JSON data. So you don't need to worry about this one. So db.creds.find. You can also give the data here, name Nikhil. So if you give like this, you get the record matching that of the name. And let's see how to remove the documents. So db.creds.remove off. Similarly, you can give the name is equals to Nikhil and the document gets deleted. If you does not give anything, it will delete everything. So you can see end removed one. End removed in the sense multiple remove. And if I say db.creds.find, and we do not get any result because the Nikhil record has been deleted. Now you can insert multiple JSON data as well. So db.creds.insert many. Insert many, and you need to, let's say for the neat format, you can hit enter. Let's say name, another name, YouTube. Sorry, did not put the comma. Actually let's say two elements, and we got error. I missed this array. Oh, sorry for this. We need to send the array of elements. So let's say db.creds.find, and here you can see these are the two records. You can also create a variable. Let's say var multiple is equals to. So you can just copy this one. So let's say db.creds.remove everything. Now so let's say var multiple is equals to. So now multiple holds these values, you can say db dot creds dot insert many of multiple. So you can see inserted IDs. Let's say db dot creds dot find to get all the contents, and you get the exact data. So in this way you can store these multiple data in one variable, so it will look clean format. So here you can see here this query becomes very large, and it might not be understandable if there are more rows. So I think that's all about these basics of MongoDB. Now let's go and see what this NoSQL injection is about. Sorry, I did not show you one thing. So db.creds.update. So update will update the existing values. So in this update, what you want to do is you need to pass a key value. So based upon this, if that key value matches this record, and that record will be updated. So you need to pass two values. So the first one is matching pattern. Let's say name is Nikhil. So upon matching any of these documents with this name Nikhil, and you need to update to this one, you need to set this one $set, and you need to pass another JSON data. So the set will set all these new values, and what value I need to set? Name is equals to Nikhil updated, and if I hit enter, and you can see matched one. So there is one matched and one modified. So upsetted means upsetted is an operation. So upset is operation where if data does not exist, it will go and create for you. Since the data has been matched, it is been modified. So db.creds.find, and you can see the value Nikhil underscore updated. So let's go and say db.creds.find. So let's go and find some values here. Name, you can also give the like this. So Nikhil updated, so you will get the data. You can also give like this dollar equal to. So you can also give another JSON data that says equal to Nikhil underscore updated. And you can see we got the record. So you can also change this one equal to not equal to, and you get the record other than this one. So here lies this NoSQL injection. So you can see the website. So the website fetches the user input, and it will place the so you can see you can cut this one. So whatever you give in the input, it will go and put this in this query. So you can instead of normal admin, you can put like this. So you are putting this pattern, so it goes and searches for the pattern not equal to Nikhil updated, and it will return the some documents. So in the same way you can say not is equals to admin or equal to admin. So you can try to inject like that, so you can get multiple records. So the records will be, so the return will be validated, and if it's true, then you get the access. So let's go and do this one. So let's go and do this NoSQL injection. So let's go and visit the website. So we have the login page. Let's capture the request. Let's say admin and admin. Send this to repeater. Now here you can see here we need to send this as a JSON data. To do that, we need to send in the square brackets instead of these curly braces. So here you can see the role of not is equals to user. So whenever the web server is switching, it will divide the parameters according to this ampersand, and the get of role will be converted into JSON object. So this will be converted into the JSON object. So we need to send this one in the square brackets. So what they are asking, interact with the MongoDB server to find the flag. So the credentials are where are the credentials? So THM TryAcme. So let's go and type Mongo shell and show DBs. So there is a database flag DB. Use that flag DB and show collections to see all the collections. So we have flag called as the collection. So db dot collection name, which is flag core dot find. So if you do not give any filter, it will go and fetch all the records. So now you can see the flag. So go ahead and copy paste into that answer field. So let's exit this and exit. Now let's go to this login one. So username is equals to admin and password is equals to admin, and if you send this one, you get this bad creds. So username is equals to admin and password let's say not equal to, and let's go and send this, and here you can see we are getting redirected. So you can also follow this redirection. So you can see we have the search, flag and logout options. So what you want to do is copy this cookie and go ahead and inspect element, go to storage and edit this cookie. So delete the cookie and paste the new cookie and hit enter. Now let's go and let's say dashboard. So that's what we are being redirected in the burp suite, and we get the dashboard. Now let's go and get the flag. So this is the flag, the second flag they are asking. And once you are logged in, use the gift search page to list all the usernames that have guest roles. So search, and let's first use search of AD, and here you can see username is AD and role is equals to user. So let's capture this again. So the data is being sent in the parameters, and role what they are asking, list all the usernames that have the guest roles. So I think you can say role is equals to guest and username not equal to something AD, because AD does not exist, and if you go and send the request, you get the response of the guest user and test. So you can see the ID of the object and the username and the type of the role. So the guest user is the guest role and the test user is also the guest role, and there is a THM flag. So this is also guest role. So we get the flag for that guest role, and use the gift search to perform NoSQL injection and retrieve mexkd record. What are the details? So mexkd, so let's go, and username is equals to mexkd and role let's say first role is equals to user. Okay, now let's go and say role not is equals to guest. So I think there are some more roles as well. So except guest, return anything, and the username mexkd, and you get the result. And here you can see so the admin is the role. So you can see we do not know there is a role of the admin. By putting this not is equals to guest, we get the other roles as well. So this copy this entire string and paste it in here, and this is about this day 7 of this Advent of Cyber NoSQL injection.